Being a member of the Hype House is the ultimate dream for influencers, but the members were once just kids like us. They might look like fashionable social media stars now, but what about when they were younger? Does Addison Rae have any embarrassing childhood candids? Was Chase Hudson always as cool as he is now? Avani Gregg. 17-year-old Avani Gregg has made a name for herself as the Hype House's beauty expert. The Indiana native was born in 2002. As she grew up, Avani developed a passion for the finer things in life, like makeup. While some other Hype House members have built their following on busting a move or performing funny skits, Avani has used her makeup skills. Amazingly, her own unique take worked, and she's now got over 17 million followers who absolutely adore everything she does. Even as a kid, Avani was naturally beautiful with a big smile and bright brown eyes. She looks a lot like her sisters, too. It seems like the star's family photo album is packed full of sweet pictures of her blowing out an impressively pink birthday cake or posing alongside her siblings. Now, Avani is just as effortlessly pretty as she was back then, only with more makeup and longer hair. Her TikTok first started to gain traction when she went from completely natural to a raging clown in a hot second. As far as influencers go, Avani is still quite new to this, so we're looking forward to seeing a lot more from her as time goes on. Chase Hudson. Chase Hudson is a co-founder of the LA Collective, so he's not exactly shy. In fact, when it comes to laying down the ground rules for the other influencers, he's the first one to do so. When talking to New York Times, the 18-year-old said, "You either have to be talented at something or a weird, funny mix, or extremely good-looking. If you have all three, you're a TikTok god." Before he became a worldwide internet sensation, Chase was just your average kid growing up in Stockton, California. Even when he was a youngster, Lil Huddy could be seen with his trademark floppy hair and toothy grin. It looks like he was also a fan of dressing up. Now that he's all grown up, Chase kind of looks like an edgy Cole Sprouse. He also famously dated fellow TikTok powerhouse Charli D'Amelio for a few months before the two amicably parted ways. They both issued statements on their profiles, with Chase saying, "We will always have love for each other, but we are no longer together. I am so beyond grateful and blessed to have spent the time I spent with her." It's good to know that goofy little kid we saw in the pictures has grown up to be respectful. Petru. Petru was another co-founder of the Hype House and one of its oldest members at 20. Petru has had to navigate a lot of drama over the past couple of months, especially when Daisy Keech decided to sue him. According to her, Thomas didn't give her credit for being a co-founder, while Thomas claims he never purposely left her out. Whatever the real story is, wouldn't it be nice if everyone could just get along? Thomas is still a prominent member of the house and is largely referred to as its manager. He told the New York Times that he expects a lot from the members, saying, "If someone slips up constantly, they'll not be a part of this team anymore. You can't come and stay with us for a week and not make any videos. It's not gonna work." While it's all well and good being strict about business, this snap of Thomas as an 11-year-old kid makes it a little hard to take him seriously, doesn't it? Thankfully, Thomas's style seems to have improved over the years, and he's given himself a bit of a makeover. Now it's all Cartier bracelets and Tesla cars. Addison Rae. Addison Rae is the queen of lip syncing, posting hilarious and well-timed videos. While there are others churning out videos like this, Addison does it better than anyone else. That's why she's got over 42 million thanks on her account. Not bad, right? The 19-year-old LA native looks like a blonde goddess now, but what about when she was a kid? As you might imagine, she was adorable. Even back then, Addison was serving some serious attitude with one hand on her hip. It's clear that she always had what it takes to be a star. She looks a little more put together these days, with less slogan tops, carefully applied makeup, and long flowing hair. Addison is one of the older girls in the Hype House and dated Sway House resident Bryce Hall up until recently. Although the star was quick to point out that they weren't ever official, saying, "We were talking on and off and just trying to figure things out. Things happened, and then we decided we're better off as friends for now because we have totally different lifestyles right now." Judging by the snap of her as a kid, it's easy to see that Addison has always had a positive attitude. It's probably helped her navigate being thrust into the public eye as part of the collective, so let's hope she never loses it. Charli D'Amelio. Charli D'Amelio may have left the Hype House now, but she was such a big part of it for so long that it's important to mention her. The most followed girl on TikTok has a solid history of sharing photos and videos, including cute little throwback snaps. Thankfully for us fans, we get to see an insight into what the 15-year-old influencer looked like when she was a kid. Spoiler alert, she looks almost exactly the same as she does now. Even when Charli was little, she loved the camera and wasn't afraid to play up to it. Whether she was putting up her middle finger or eating a waffle the size of her head, baby Charli still had that sense of fun that fans love her for now. These days, she's been busy crafting out a career for herself in the industry. Not only does she rule TikTok, but D'Amelio has also voiced voiced a character in an upcoming animated movie. There are also rumors that her family will be starring in their very own reality TV series soon. Going by just how crazy TikTokers go for Charli, it seems pretty certain that she's going to be a huge star. The photos she shares to her Instagram page show how her sense of personal style has evolved over the years, but she still likes to keep things fairly simple. Dixie D'Amelio. Charli might be the most famous D'Amelio, but her sister Dixie is hot on her heels. Both Dixie and Charli have slightly different vibes both now and when they were kids. Dixie is 3 years older than her sister at 18 years old. In her childhood pictures, there's a trending pattern. She looks like a little diva that loves pouting at the camera and striking a pose, with her braids often messy and unruly. Dixie is way less choreographed in her TikTok videos too, instead going with the flow and messing around. Charli, on the other hand, likes to keep her dances a lot tighter. It just goes to show that personality traits really do develop from an early age. As for how Dixie looks now, well, she's already making a name for herself as a model with some exciting brand partnerships. Dixie is strikingly beautiful, but has a slightly edgier look than her sister, which could be more appealing to some companies. Are they the Kendall and Kylie Jenner of the TikTok world? It certainly looks that way. There's a lot of sisterly love going on as the two often feature on each other's pages. If they do star in a reality show together, it's probably going to give Keeping Up with the Kardashians a run for its money. Alex Warren. Alex Warren has taken a lot of heat from some YouTube fans who claim he's just a copycat version of David Dobrik, but the 19-year-old has always stood his ground. According to him, it's just a big coincidence. Alex is best known as part of the Hype House now, although he had a strong following on the video sharing site for some time before joining the LA Collective. He's also dating fellow resident Cover Annan. Last year, Warren shared some throwback snaps on Instagram with the caption, "The evolution of Alex Warren." What an evolution it is! From a posed picture of himself in a blue button-down to one of him wearing a sombrero, we can't decide which one is best. In all of them, Alex has messy blonde hair, a look that he still rocks to this day. Alex has undeniably had a little bit of a glow-up, and frankly, we're here for it. Plus, he and Cover provided us with lots of laughs as the resident couple of the house. So let's hope they're in it for the long haul. They often share videos pulling pranks on each other, or cute snaps of them holding kittens in front of Christmas trees. Alex also admitted that it was him that came up with the name of the house, telling Insider, "For the longest time they wanted to name it House of Olympics. I'm like, Hype House, you know, Charli has the hype." Luckily, his suggestion won out. Both Alex and Cover also put in money to get the collective off the ground. It looks like we have a lot to thank them for, too. What do you think? Let us know in the comments section below.